Okay. Call this council meeting for September the 12th, 2017 to order. After the regular scheduled, or after this special council meeting, we'll have a work session. Clerk, call the roll.
Mr. Cavode?
Here.
Mr. Dries? Mr. Halter?
Here.
Ms. Hermes?
Here.
Mr. Lee?
Here.
And Ms. Walther?
Here.
Here.
It was a test.
Okay. Anybody want to do the prayer?
Sure. Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you that we can come to you in a time of need, and we just pray for both all those in the southern states, Houston and Florida, and just all the states that were affected by these storms. Help them to rebuild, help them to be encouraged, and help others to support them. Help us to make wise decisions tonight. In Jesus' name I pray.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And since we're having a sort of a rescheduled council meeting, if anybody wants to get up and say anything, now would be the time to do it. Sign in, yeah.
Do you have a paper?
Oh.
We don't have a list here.
Okay.
Well,
There's usually one under the-
I didn't see one earlier.
No, okay.
that's all right.
It's okay.
We know who you are.
The, how much is the swim safe contract for?
Well, just, we're not going to get into a question and answer thing.
Oh, I thought we were supposed to ask questions of the.
No,
Oh,
just, you've got 3 minutes to
okay.
say what you want to
So I
say.
was wondering how much the amount is that we give to swim safe each year? And then what's the, like the average revenue for the last 5 years over at the swimming pool? And then, I thought it was a great question you asked Mr. Lee a couple weeks ago, that, but I didn't hear the answer. Are we making more money or losing more money with swim safe as opposed to the employees of the village doing it? So I thought that was a great question. And so I would love to have that answer too, what the numbers used to be, the bottom line numbers used to be compared to what the bottom line numbers are now. But y'all won't have those answers tonight.
No. And if you've
Okay,
got
but you're
questions,
voting on it, but
if you
you're
got,
voting on it.
if you got questions like that, send them into Yvonne
Okay,
before a council meeting, so we know.
but y'all are voting on that tonight.
Right, it's on the agenda. Okay. All right, new business. First item is resolution number 2017-27-F, resolution making supplemental appropriations and transfers. Who has that?
That would be Glenn.
Okay, who's going to do that for Glenn?
I can do that for him.
Okay.
Resolution number 2017-27-F. Whereas the 2017 annual appropriations that were adopted on December 27, 2016 are to be amended, and whereas appropriations was not exceed total available resources of the village per Ohio Revised Code sections 5705.36A5. Therefore, an amended certificate of estimated resources has been requested from the County Budget Commission. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Greenhills, Ohio, that Section 1, since certain actions are needed in the monies appropriated so to permit the Village of Greenhills to meet its fiscal obligations for the year 2017, the following items of expenditures are to supplement the appropriations for expenditures for the year 2017. On the Fund 1000, the general capital outlay, the prior appropriation was $168,000. and appropriation change is 40,000, and the total is 208,000. The Fund 2902, the fire contract levy capital outlay. There was no prior. Appropriation change is 214,892. Revised total is 214,892. The Fund 2902, a fire contract levy debt service. It has nothing for the prior appropriation. An appropriation change is 9,427. The revised total is 9,427. The Fund 2903, fire equipment levy capital outlay, it has no prior appropriation. Appropriation change is 143,261. So the revised total is 143,261. The Fund 2903, the fire equipment levy debt service, no prior appropriation. Appropriation change 6,285, and the revised total is 6,285. Section 2. This resolution shall take effect and be in full force from and after the earliest date allowed by law. And I please ask you to move to approve for this resolution.
A second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Want me to explain?
Yvonne, yes?
Sure, I'd be happy to. The first item on the general capital outlay, we previously have appropriated the 168,000 that you see there. The additional 40,000 is the repurposed CDBG money that was moved for the restroom account. We now have to account for that. In this capital account, if you recall, we actually put the 78,000 last time from ODNR. So those two in combination in the capital will fund that project. The remaining 4 items are all reflecting the new truck, the lease that will be for that out of both of the fire levy accounts. So that's why we previously didn't have that appropriated, but now that Matt has all those numbers, that's what's going on there.
Okay.
And there's 2 different accounts. One is for capital outlay and debt service and contract levy, but the other one seems to be for equipment, correct?
Right. We're going to fund it through both the levy, both the contract and the equipment.
Okay,
And then you have to account for it as, revenue and then the expenditure.
okay.
So,
Okay. Clerk, call the roll.
Mr. Cavode?
Aye.
Mr. Halter?
Aye.
Ms. Hermes?
Aye.
Mr. Lees?
Aye.
Ms. Walter?
Aye.
Okay, resolution number 2017-27F passes. Next resolution is Resolution 2017-28-SNS, authorizing municipal manager to renew the swimming pool management and maintenance agreement with Swim Safe Pool Management, Inc. Mr. Cavode.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Resolution number 2017-28-SNS, authorizing the municipal manager to renew the swimming pool management and maintenance agreement with Swim Safe Pool Management Incorporated. Whereas the Village of Greenhills owns and operates a community pool and related amenities, and whereas Swim Safe Pool Management Incorporated is in the business of managing, operating, and servicing community swimming pools and pool areas. And whereas council has determined that the retention of a professional pool management company will assist in the protection of the public peace, health, safety, and welfare. Now therefore be it resolved by the council of the Village of Greenhills, Ohio, 6 members elected thereto concurring. Section 1, that the municipal manager is hereby authorized to renew the swimming pool management and maintenance agreement with Swim Safe Pool Management Incorporated for an additional 3 years at no increase in cost. Section 2, that this resolution shall be effective immediately upon its passage. Mr. Mayor, I move to approve this resolution.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
do we?
I have a couple of questions. There will be no change on the coming 3 years. Was there a change from the last contract that we have?
The last 3-year contract, it'll be the same amount as the previous 3 years.
And can you refresh our minds on how, what?
Oh, right, and in the first page of the handout that I gave you is the amendment, and we did discuss this, just for the record, at the last work session. The amount is $128,500.
Okay, and it hasn't changed since when, since we started with them?
2014, I can't, I'd have to look back to see if we had, what it was in 2011. I don't really recall.
Okay, I think it changed once, but I think
And
after
then,
that it was, no change.
Right, I think you're right,
Okay, and he has always been for 3 years,
correct.
correct. And this takes care of the guards and everything that has to
It's
happen in
everything.
there.
Correct.
Okay.
I noticed on this little handout, it says, by the 20th day of August 2017, have we talked to them and they are fine with?
Many times, yes,
Okay.
absolutely. And I explained to them we didn't have a quorum at the last one, and they're okay with that too.
And my other question is regarding on the now therefore be it resolved, it says 6 members. Do we have to make a motion to amend the resolution to say 5 members elected here, thereto? We never typically have that language in the resolution.
It was probably copied off. The last time we did it would have been in ordinance form.
Yeah, because
so
we don't
that's
have
probably-
six.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, I make a motion to amend the resolution to 5 members elected thereto concurring.
You have a second?
Second.
And all those in favor? Well, actually, let's do a roll call to
Okay.
be on the safe side.
Mr. Cavode?
Aye.
Mr. Halter?
Aye.
Ms. Hermes?
Aye.
Mr. Lee? Aye. Ms. Walther?
Aye.
And just to
Carries?
briefly touch on the financial piece of it, I know that Glenn's in the best place to probably answer it in detail. I don't know when the last time the pool actually made money. Similar to the golf course, it doesn't, it runs in the red. I know that it's something we want to pursue, and I do look to you to weigh, I don't know if it doesn't seem practical for you to be hiring lifeguards and that kind of thing, but just like with all our services, I think we have to, it's a good thing to bring it in question and say, are we getting our money's worth? Are there other groups out there that are more competitive financially or through a service standpoint? So I think those are all valid questions to ask. You feel good about it, right?
I sure do.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And this money has been already appropriated for.
Yes.
And more communities are going to operations like this.
Yeah.
It's-
Thanks, Lindsay.
Before I retired, it was getting to be quite a pain to hire people. The state changing the minimum wage laws, the PERS stuff that we had to go through, and
The ACA,
yes. So it's nice to let somebody else
Healthcare.
Oh, okay,
have the management headaches of
sure.
personnel on
But,
that score.
in the couple weekends ago, we had a pump go down, and, we didn't have to send staff, they handled the whole thing, it's
No,
just a great scenario.
Yeah.
for
it's
it.
my understanding, but like anything, as long as they know that it isn't an assumed thing, that we need to hold them all accountable
Right,
and
absolutely.
be after that.
And I will just comment on that, 6 members, usually that's a blank line where they put how many people voted for it, so I apologize for not counting that.
oh, no, that's fine.
Okay.
I just figured, parliamentarian rules, we had to
Yeah,
Thank
change
you.
that.
okay, let's call for the vote. Roll call?
Mr. Cavode?
Aye.
Mr. Halter?
Aye.
Ms. Hermes?
Aye.
Mr. Lee? Aye. Ms. Walther?
Aye.
Okay, Resolution 2017-28-S&S passes. Next resolution, 2017-30-S&S. Did we
I've got that.
have a 29? We did.
No.
I believe number 29 is related to assessments for properties, which will be coming up with the next one.
Oh,
That's
the
right,
next
at our
meeting.
meeting,
Okay.
yeah.
For the next meeting, okay.
We
Okay,
did just pull the items that we thought
Yeah,
needed
this is the-
to,
okay.
couldn't wait.
The order from the
Yeah.
previous meeting.
Okay, so this is 2017-30-S&S, authorizing the municipal manager to enter into agreement with Leo J. Brillmeyer
Brielmar, yeah.
for the construction of the ADA restroom and pathway facilities. Mr. Cavode.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Resolution 2017-30-SNS, authorizing the municipal manager to enter into an agreement with Leo J. Brielmeyer Company for the construction of the ADA restroom and pathway facilities. Whereas the Leo J. Brielmeyer Company submitted the lowest and best bid for the construction of ADA compliant restrooms and a pathway following a competitive bid process, and said company is qualified to provide such services. And whereas the project is being funded with a combination of grant funds from the Ohio Department of Natural Resources, the Community Development Block Grant Program, and village funds. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Greenhills, Ohio, Section 1, that the municipal manager is hereby authorized to enter into an agreement with the Leo J. Brielmeyer Company for said services. Section 2, that the finance director is authorized to make payments to the Leo J. Brielmeyer Company in the approximate amount of $147,000. Section 3, that this resolution shall take effect and be in full force from and after the date of its passage. Mr. Mayor, I ask that this resolution be passed.
I second it.
Okay, comments or questions?
A couple. I see two different spellings of Brielmeyer on the bid tally in the resolution. I just want
Yeah.
to make sure it's spelled correctly on the final resolution.
It is on this
Yeah.
one.
Okay. And then what was the alternate 1, 2, and 3?
Okay, and just so you know, we're only going to be going with alternate 1. That was a split block face, I believe it's called. It's has some texture to it, and it's a little bit more attractive block to it. So Brielmeyer is the lowest bid. They do have a lot of experience doing restrooms. Surprisingly, they've done about 3 of them recently, so I guess that accounts for their lower bid there.
And then I kind of would be more comfortable in an amount not to exceed 147,000. Approximate makes it
That
seem like
makes
it
it
could
easy
go
to,
more.
yeah.
Am I the only one that feels that way, or is that just a weird
No, I
wording
I
from my legal
concur with
mind?
you. That is open to interpretation. And we
Okay.
need to close it up.
I'm going to move to
Amend.
amend Section 2 to read that the finance director is authorized to make payments to the Leo J. Brielmeyer Company in an amount not to exceed $147,000.
And I second you on that.
Roll.
Roll.
Mr. Cavode?
Aye.
Mr. Halter?
Aye.
Ms. Hermes?
Aye.
Mr. Lee?
Aye.
Ms. Walther?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. All right, so noted, changed. Any other discussions on this?
Yes, when is the timeline for this to happen? I really thought that it was going to be this summer, and was disappointed that it wasn't.
Right, well, we had to work on getting the other funding into it. That took a little longer than we thought it would. But they're ready to start, actually, later this week. You'll probably see them start putting up the construction fencing. They're estimating about a 2 to 3 month period, probably closer to 2 months. But their contract does give them 3 months.
That would be in October and November, so it would be borderline with winter weather. Do you think that they would be able to finish it?
I think it'll be fine, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, that way we won't have to worry about any conflicts with the pool or the shelter, so it was kind of good. It didn't fall during that season.
Okay.
Okay. Clerk, call the roll.
All right, Mr. Cavode?
Aye.
Mr. Halter?
Aye.
Ms. Hermes?
Aye.
Mr. Lee?
Aye.
Ms. Walther?
Aye.
Okay, resolution 2017-30-SNS passes. We don't have any other new items to bring up. We'll adjourn and take a 5-minute recess and go into a work session.
I just want to go for the record that we're going to have a cancellation of the Recreation Committee. Mr. Cavode won't be able to be present, so it would be me solo there, so that would not be a thing to do. So if you can take note to that, there will be a cancellation for that meeting on October the 5th at 6:30 p.m. It will not happen. And I had the last word that I had this afternoon. Mr. Kohler was going to have his commission meeting, but it was going to be held at the same time at 7, but in the Farmers Market Park behind the shopping center while he's setting for the Harvest Fest.
So when is that meeting, the same?
That's the commission meeting, and it's going to be on October the 5th at 7 PM on the Farmers Market part, on the back of the shopping center. While he's working, maybe a lot of people will show up and work with him.
Work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Streets and Services meeting, Monday, the 18th at 5 o'clock.
Laws and Rules, same day on the 18th at 4 o'clock.
Community Development, we're going to put our heads together and pick a date coming up here. We had to postpone this week.
Our Safety Committee meeting will be before the next council meeting. I apologize. So that would be the 26th at 5:15.
Okay. All right. Meeting adjourned.